Hey guys, this is EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com, and we're back with another Michigan recruiting report. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Help us get to 25,000. And also subscribe to the Wolverine.com today for just $1 for 1 month for premium Michigan recruiting information, team information, and so much more. Today we're going to be talking about 5 recruits visiting Michigan this weekend. 5 key recruits, guys that I think are high on the board or have really high interest in Michigan, all in the 2025 class. So let's get it started with quarterback Carter Smith. Oh, no quarterback. You're thinking, what about Bryce Underwood, man? Like, Bryce Underwood's not going to be on campus, but there is another highly touted quarterback coming to Ann Arbor, Carter Smith, out of Fort Myers Bishop Verot, ranked as the number 8 quarterback and number 112 overall recruit nationally. Michigan has not offered yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Wolverines do jump in the mix this weekend once he is on campus. Kurt Campbell was actually in Florida seeing Smith during the bye week. He's a big athletic quarterback at 6'3", 180 pounds, has some wheels, strong arm, really a lot to like about Carter Smith. I think he's been rising up the board for Michigan and just up the recruiting rankings as well. Florida is considered the early favorite, but it appears that some other schools have really made moves and Florida has fallen off a little bit. So a prime opportunity for Michigan to offer and make a huge impression this weekend. And if the Wolverines do miss out on the Bryce Underwood sweepstakes, then Carter Smith could be, a guy they go all in for at the quarterback position. Next on the list is tight end Marshall Pritchett out of Rabun Gap, Nacoochee in Georgia, same school that produced Michigan tight end Marlon Klein. Pritchett was a big riser on the On3 rankings, now ranked as the number 10 tight end and number 154 overall recruit nationally. Pretty open recruitment. North Carolina has the lead on the On3 recruiting prediction machine with Tennessee, Vandy, and Florida State involved as well. I think Michigan has a chance to really rise up that RPM with a strong visit. He has a great relationship with Grant Newsome. He's never been to Ann Arbor before, so he's really looking forward to taking in the game, the atmosphere, the environment. Obviously, Michigan has great tight end production. The guys on the team have been putting up some great numbers, including Colston Loveland. So I think that's going to really impress Marshall Pritchett. And on top of that, he's a high academic kid. And like I said, you have the tie to Marlon Klein, who is also out of Nacoochee. So I think that'll help the Wolverines in this recruitment. Next up on the list is edge Damian Shanklin out of Indiana. So Michigan playing Purdue this week. Good chance to impress Shanklin against the home state team. Shanklin is trending heavily towards Notre Dame. The Irish have a commanding lead on the On3 recruiting prediction machine with an 87.1% chance of landing him. However, Michigan just offered a few weeks ago. It's really positive that Michigan is getting him on campus already. He's building a strong relationship with both Mike Elston and Dylan Roney. He's another guy that's really rising up the rankings, now ranked as the number 11 edge and number 138 overall recruit nationally per On3. And he's a guy that I'm told Michigan is now super high on. Like, he's been elevated to tier 1 on the edge board. So they really, really like what he brings to the table. I think we'll know more about where Michigan stands with Shanklin after his visit this weekend, but he's definitely a guy to know coming in. Next on the list is defensive back Dwayne Galloway out of Ohio. Galloway is actually the highest rated target coming in the 2025 class as things stand today. We are recording this on Wednesday, so there could be some more visitors added, but as of today, Galloway is the highest rated at the number 98 spot, number 98 overall recruit in the country, number 11 cornerback nationally. Michigan cornerbacks coach and co-defensive coordinator Steve Klingscale has shown a willingness to go after top-tier talent in enemy territory. Obviously, Michigan didn't win over Bryce West or Aaron Scott this cycle, but I do think they're in a good spot for Galloway early on. In fact, Michigan has the lead on the on-3 recruiting prediction machine with a 35.1% chance of landing him. Even though Galloway is a Columbus kid, he actually doesn't have an Ohio State offer yet. If the Buckeyes do jump in the mix, it'll be interesting to see where they stand. But as things stand today, Steve Klingsko has Michigan in a really, really good spot for him. And he's been one of the biggest risers in the rankings. He's an intriguing kid at 6'2", 175. So a lot to like about Galloway, a lot to like about Michigan's chances, and we'll know even more after this weekend. Next up on the list is another defensive back, and that is Jamari Delo out of Chesapeake, Virginia. Now, Deloach isn't super highly touted. In fact, the only service that has him ranked is On3. He is a 3-star, but Michigan loves this kid. They see him in the same mold as Mike Sainristil. They think he's a big sleeper. They're making him a priority. He already visited for the barbecue at the Big House in July. He's set to be back this weekend. Michigan has the lead on the On3 recruiting prediction machine with a 79.3% chance of landing him. I'm actually really close to putting in an On3 prediction in favor of Michigan to land Deloach. He has a terrific relationship with Michigan defensive coordinator Jesse Minter. Like I said, this will be his second visit, and he's a great fit for that Sainristil role. So yeah, I think Michigan in a great spot for Deloach going into this weekend's visit. So that wraps up 5 key 2025 recruits making their way to Ann Arbor this weekend for the game against Purdue. Like I said earlier, guys, like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and subscribe to the Wolverine for just $1 for 1 month.